was that? I just lost power steering. Oh shit. I don't know what it was. Alright, so after all that work yesterday, I pull in for breakfast at a cafe. And it tossed the belt. And it was dripping from the thermostat housing. So, I'm waiting on a tow truck. It's free tow home through insurance, which is cool. And this thermostat housing only has 2 bolts, one here and one on the bottom that you can't really see. And they appear that they are 1/2 inch or 13 millimeter. So, we'll get it home. Hey, there's our rollback. Had an issue this morning. The Jeep tossed the serpentine belt and I saw it leaking here from the thermostat housing. Alright, so what I think I have here is I think I have a 13 mil up here and a 13 mil below that one. 13. That might be 12. Yeah, hang on. That means it could be SAE. I know 1/2 and 13 are pretty interchangeable, but 12, 1/2 inch is fitting better, so. Okay, so here. I've got a bucket below. Hopefully I'll catch whatever coolant spills out. Alright, there's the top bolt. Kind of crusty, so I've got my wire brush out here. I'll clean that up. It's way shorter. I thought it would be. Alright. Yep. Precisely what I thought. Okay. Let's see, that's temperature sending unit. And you know how it is with these connectors. You never seem to press the right part. Aha. Not the original gasket. Whoever did it before used blue RTV. That's going to be welded on there. Wonderful. Okay. Tip. No RTV. Okay. Gaskets. Because now I get to try to get that welded crap off of the block. And off of the housing here. Let's get this thermostat out. There it is. It is just all gooped up with RTV. I mean, this, don't do this, folks. This ticks me off. Alright, anyway, so much for my rant. Now for the task at hand. Scrape, 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 scrape. Oh, I could be at this for hours. I don't want to be. It's 5 o'clock. I got other videos to work on. That might have been gasket. There's definitely RTV on it. I know it's a good trail fix if you need to. I think I just found my whole problem. Right there. Check it out. Cracked radiator hose. Well, anyway. Oh, you know what? A couple of years ago, this thing tossed the belt because the idler pulley, the tensioner idler pulley seized. And I'll bet that's residual damage from that belt coming off and that pulley detonating. Still doesn't explain why it tossed the belt this morning. I mean, the water pump was definitely bad. I could move the hub. Okay, so make sure we get all the crap out of there. Get out of here. Get my rag. Gravity. I'm a little annoyed that it's a cracked radiator hose and I didn't find a problem here with this, but that's alright. Have our gasket. Not seen one like this before. It looks like it has a sticky back. And it does. Very sticky back. Alright. So now the thing to do is to figure out which side the sticky's on. So we line this up, pre-line it, and the sticky side is on the side that I was hoping it was on. It's on the housing side. That's a good thing. And not the engine block side, because this gets a bit tricky when you're putting this all together. You got to hold the thermostat in place and try to hold the gasket in place, and if you don't have adhesive, that doesn't happen. So we peel the paper. We adhere this to the housing. Boy, once that's on there, it's on there. Alrighty. We get our new thermostat. Right here. Spring goes in the block. Well, hang on, let me clean up the bolts first. Gravity. Before, after. Found the problem.
What?
Here. See that crack?
Oh, that hose?
Yeah. See that?
Uh-huh.
Remember when you fragged the idler pulley a
Yep.
couple of years ago?
Yep.
Probably damaged the hose.
So we need a hose.
Yeah. But I'm going to go ahead and do this. Obviously.
Right. Since you're there.
Yeah.
I'll put that on there.
I'll get these run down. And then I'll look up torque spec. Because I'm sure that since this has a gasket and 2 bolts, it has torque specs. Come on, get in there. I think that's in there. Okay. That's kind of snug. Ooh. That's kind of snug. So what I'm going to do, clean up my hands a little bit. I don't like too much grease on my manual. I like to be able to read some of the pages. Alright. Index. Thermostat. 3.3. So chapter 3. There's the remove replace. Install the cover and the bolts. Tighten the bolts to the torques listed in the chapter specifications. That'll be on the first page. 3.1. Torque specs. 2.4. I'm a 4 liter, so let's see, 4 and 4.2 liter. Thermostat housing bolts. 156 inch-pounds. So that's, let's see, 144 is 12, that's 13 foot-pounds. So, torque instrument, I'm going to go to 13, which is about halfway between 12 and 15, or 12 and a half and 15. That's 5. Hang on, I'm going to do these in increments. What the heck, why not? It's an aluminum housing, so doing them in increments is always a good thing. I may have to break out my 12-point socket. Okay, that's 5, about 7. That's 10. The universal joint might afford more clearance of the fan shroud over that extension that I was using for a more accurate reading. Oh yeah. See, we went all the way to 10, didn't we? That's close to 10. There's 10. And I said 13. We're 156 inch-pounds, so 13 foot-pounds. There's 12 and a half. And a tick over. And I mean just a tick. There's 12 and a half. And a tick. Alright. That's tight. Temperature sending unit back. Now this thing. Well, for those of you on a budget, the crack is just right back here at the neckline. Let's see what we can see. I need to tighten these up. So, go back to what I'm looking at here. And you might be able to see that. That and here. Fully depressed. And let's see what we got here. I'm curious if I can cut that and put it right back. Handy dandy Leatherman. Not that I'm endorsing a product, I just happen to own this one. So there. And there. And let's see. Well, now isn't that interesting? I think that fits better than before. Because before it was up here. I don't know. It's awfully soft. Awfully soft. And a new one ain't that expensive. But if you're on a budget or in the field, you could do that if your crack was right there. Patience, patience, patience. Alright. You can look in there, look at all that. So this hose needs replaced. I mean, obviously it had a crack in it, but that one goes here. That one goes here. While I've got it, clean off this housing inlet, or outlet, or whatever it is. I don't know if it's inlet or outlet. I think it's inlet, but what do I know? Off to the parts store. Alright, so we got a new hose. And it looks like it fits. So before we put anything on, like clamps, we check fit. And it's a little bit long going to the radiator. So, well, it ain't that long. About a ½ inch maybe. Alright. That's better. What I'm looking for. I want to keep a decent bend radius right here. That ain't bad. That's better than it was before. So now, put the sharp thing away before I cut my hand off. And we got this one. I don't think it matters which way. Get that down there close. Come on. Righty. Let's see if we can get it over the end there. We did on. And clamped. Secure. Move that out of the way. Oh, we turned it still. Okay. Come on. There we go. And ow! Don't get your finger in the way, dummy. Alright, so everything on here. I gotta get that down just a little bit farther. Okay, let's try that. Idler pulley first. Always loosen the idler pulley first. If you don't, you will break your tensioning bolt. Alright, beautiful. That's when you know you have it loose enough. You can do it by hand. Alright, everybody remembers how this goes, right? Right? told you to write it down. We are here. We're good. We go under. We come up. We are centered on that, just like yesterday. We go under here. And over. We should be good. Alright, now that is... I've heard differing numbers. I know this is way too loose, okay? I've heard ½ inch, I've heard 3/4 of an inch on fixed pulley tensioners. I wish this was a dynamic pulley tensioner like on my truck, but it's not. So, let's get the belt tensioned. And we'll go from there and see what we get. I don't know, it's still about an inch. Let's go with that. I don't know. Alright, let me show you what I'm doing here. That is roughly 3/4 of an inch, give or take. Guess we'll find out if I got it right. I go to start it up. Okay, that's tight. That tension, well, that's as full as it gets. I'll go get some water. Well, this is kind of a mix, so. Not much, but yeah, got it to the full mark. I think I'm leaving the camera in the engine bay when I start it. You're crazy. I put it over here on the hood of my truck. Because of the way this thing's been doing lately, shagging belts, I'm not going to shag a belt into my camera. What I'm going to do, I'm going to see if I can watch the belt flex. Okay, that is not tight enough. Let's try this again. And of course, you know how it goes. You can never get it to fail with mechanics. So, probably not going to fail here in the driveway, since I am the mechanic. I'm not certified. I mean, I might be certified crazy, but that's just because I'm a submarine veteran. Anyway, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to, subscribe. I do appreciate you watching this video, but thank you very much, and I will see you later.